What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the Best Bets Show. As always, I'm your host, Matty Chucks, with my co-host, Austin's Props. We got something a little different today. We're taking a break from baseball. We'll definitely have more baseball episodes coming out, but we want to start squeezing in these NFL previews. So this is going to be NFL previews for each division winner in about 5 minutes or less. I know you don't want one of those long, overbearing videos. We'll be quick, to the point, which team we think is going to win each division in the NFC and why. First up, I'm not even going to let Austin give an introduction. We're just going to go right into it. First up, NFC East. Austin's going to hate this pick. I'm also betting against my team. I'm going the NFC East. I'm going to take the Cowboys to win the division. I still think the Eagles make the playoffs. Obviously, I still think the Eagles are the best team in the division. However, the Cowboys are a great regular season team, however you want to spin it. I'm not betting the Cowboys to win the Super Bowl, but I think winning the division is still doable. They were 8-1 at home last year, 4-4 on the road. If they can learn how to play away from Dallas, I think this roster is tight, top to bottom, defense and offense. I think they'll be competing with the Eagles and it'll be close. And I'll take the value here in the Cowboys. Austin, who you got in the NFC East?
Completely disagree. I think this is the year the NFC East has back-to-back winners, and I think Philadelphia gets it done this year. It's honestly not the square play. The square play is just hopping on the Cowboys like every other year. It rotates. But I've seen enough of the Cowboys. I've seen enough of Dak. They're a good regular season team, but this Eagles team is just different. I'm not going to be biased and keep spitting facts on you, but I'm definitely laying the Eagles this year. I think they get it done.
I mean, the square play be the Giants. You know, the Giants are just stud muffins. Daniel Jones, top 5 Q. I mean, I can't even say it.
They're going to be nice this year.
I think they'll improve.
It's going to be a good conference.
I think the Commanders are still always a little bit of a sneaky tough out. I think they'll go through their growing pains as well with their, ownership leaving and whole new regime kind of coming in. But I still think when you go to Washington, it's never really an easy W. Going to the NFC North now, I'm taking my boldest take of the show. I'm taking the Packers at plus 400. Now, they're 8-9 last year, obviously completely different team. They had Aaron Rodgers. Now they don't. They got a nice little trade haul for him. I think their defense is still so good that I think it'll make it easier for Jordan Love. I love their running back tandem. I know running backs really don't mean too much in the NFL with what we've been seeing with them not getting paid and the whole, the aura of running backs overall. But A.J. Dillon, Aaron Jones are two great guys to have on your roster. I like their young wide receivers. And again, their defense, I think that Jordan Love, if he can give you 20, 25 points a game, they're going to win. I think their defense is just amazing. And the Lions are good. I don't think the Vikings are good. I think the Bears will also improve, but I think they're still a year away. So I think between the Packers and the Lions, I'm taking the value in the Packers. Austin, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I totally agree. This one, the North was really hard for me because I could argue either or, the Packers or Lions. I think the Vikings take a step back. We were talking about that off show. I don't see them really being able to sustain what they've done the last 4 or 5 years of being a playoff team, but not ever pushing through. So I think they kind of are due for a downfall year. And I'm going to play the Lions this year. I think I'm on the Jared Goff train. I like Amon-Ra St. Brown. I like the head coach. I like what they're doing. And I think eventually, they've done the right moves to finally have it show out and finally put together some wins. You know what I mean? They built from the ground up. They drafted well. I think this is their year.
I agree. I think they're a great roster. It will be interesting to see this whole division without Aaron Rodgers. You could argue the best quarterback in this division is Kirk Cousins, which is pretty wild.
Wow, that's a wild, but you could argue it.
Either way, it should be a good division. That division's always tough, the cold weather as well in a couple of those cities. But moving on to the NFC South, the Saints. I already made a video about this. They are the favorite, but still plus money. This division just sucks. I mean, I should probably take a stab with somebody else in this division, but I think the Bucks are going to be awful. I think the Panthers are decent, but they're not really there. I think the Falcons can be sneaky, but I feel like at the Saints at plus money, I'll take Derek Carr as by far the best quarterback in this division, and that's really what made the decision for me. Austin, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think this one is clearly the worst division in all of football. When you look at the quarterback play, Derek Carr has not been phenomenal, but he's shown he's a competent QB that can play every day. The other three are just unproven. You know what I mean? Like they're question marks. If one of them has a breakout year and like kills it, I could see whoever that QB is, team winning the division. But the safe play that I likely think happens is the Saints as well.
Yeah, I'm glad we agree on something finally.
Right.
Um, took us 3 divisions, but yeah, I agree. And going to the NFC West, this is I'm gonna take my first favorite. That's not plus money here. The 49ers, I think their roster is just so good. You know, they could throw me at quarterback and probably still win a few games. Their roster just defense is great. The weapons offensively are there. If there was a team I think that disrupts them, I do think the Seahawks are really sneaky. And I think as a value play, if you're looking for it, you may want to bet them. But who I think is going to win and come out on top is the 49ers. What are your thoughts here? And do you have the same or different opinion?
Yeah, I mean, exact same. I think the Seahawks is a fun team you could throw some money down on just because it's a cool story. But for me, it's like I'm not really sold on Geno Smith. I don't think he's going to put together 2 years like what he just did. I kind of think like that was an outlier year, and I'm not really too sold on him. So I'm going to go with the Niners. I just think that team is clearly the second best team in the NFC.
I agree. Now we picked our NFC division winners. I'm gonna go to you first. Who do you think comes out of the NFC as a whole and advances to the Super Bowl?
I think it's Philly and San Fran the final 2 games, and I lean the Eagles. I'm not sold on San Fran's depth. I think the injuries that their core players continue to have are eventually going to catch up. They're relying on C-Mac, George Kittle, Bosa. All those guys have had big injuries. QB is still an unquestioned, like a question mark. So for that, I'm going to go Philly. People can say it's biased. It is what it is. I think they're the best team in football.
I agree. I think they're the best team in football. For me, I always see the team that loses the Super Bowl with a young quarterback kind of take a step back. We saw it with Cincinnati. Again, it didn't really take a step back, but you know, it's so tough to get back there. It's so hard in football. One injury, one bad game. It's not like a 7-game series like in
Right.
other sports. So I would definitely say the Eagles are my favorite to come out, but I think you can sprinkle on. I don't want to say the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys can sneak every year. I don't want to say it,
I just don't
but
think Dak can win them playoff games.
I
I mean,
agree.
Nick Foles has more playoff wins. Jalen Hurts already has more playoff wins. Carson Wentz has more playoff wins. I mean, come on.
I kind of like the Lions or the Saints
Yeah.
as like a long shot like dart. I think they're gonna have easy schedules. The Saints are gonna be a division winner, I think, in my opinion, because nobody in that division is coming out as a wild card winner. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm tired of betting on the Niners. They go to the NFC Championship game every year.
Every year, man.
I
And they
want to see
always lose.
something different.
They always lose.
I agree. It is what it is. I would hate to be a Niners fan right now. I mean that's a lie. You do win a lot of games, but it's almost like I'd rather know I'm out.
Wouldn't that hurt though every time to be
Yeah,
like we're there and then lose? Like, come on, man. That would suck. Obviously, they have their like the old heads got theirs, but like our generation, they can't carry that weight. You can't count the Montana days, you know what I mean? The young days. Like, come on.
I agree. I do think as well the NFC is so weak compared to the AFC that the Eagles probably do go back. Like you could argue the
That's
sixth.
yeah.
I'm looking at the odds. The sixth best team in the AFC is the Dolphins. They'd probably be the second favorite, maybe third behind the Niners in the NFC.
Yeah, true.
You have the Chiefs, the Bills, the Bengals, the Jets, the Ravens, the Dolphins, even the Chargers and the Jaguars after that. Like the NFC just sucks.
Yeah, it's night and day difference, and that's kind of why I think they have a chance to be that team to get back. But
I
I
agree.
lean Niners or Eagles. I think are the two like most likely.
I agree. Well, that's it for this video. Let us know if you guys disagree or agree with the takes we have. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Again, more shows coming out, more football content coming out. AFC will be the next football video that we do. So let us know what you guys like in there as well. Best of luck in the upcoming football season. We're a couple weeks away. Catch you guys next time. Peace.